Cancer, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of December 2021, and I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there's an extended at the end of the video. You can check out all the info about that in the description box below if you want. But now let's see, Cancer. Yeah. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Seven of Wands. It's that, you know, sometimes this energy is like, it has a double side, double meaning for me. One is that of rejection, one is that of standing up. And in this case today for you, it's coming in as standing up and doing something. It's kind of like creating movement, creating something. I don't know what it is yet until we clarify. But starting off the reading, you get the Six of Pentacles crossed by the Ace of Cups. I do see the desire of love, of stability, of equal give and take. And in your focus, you have the Three of Swords, which is telling me that maybe you don't have that. Maybe it's at the stage of desire only for now. In the recent past, the Seven of Pentacles, you started working on something. You're followed by this energy of your own fear that things will not turn out good, that things will not get into this place of love, that things will not. For some reason, you're kind of surrounding yourself with this cloud of fear. For some reason here. I feel like it's a temporary kind of phase though. It's one of those, you spike into a place of panic, almost like, oh my God, what's happening? And then you come back, you know, kind of thing. In the immediate future, you get the Chariot. There you are, coming back to self after this little boop. It could be that something's coming in, something's happening that gives you a little bit of a scare, more than you anticipated, and then you kind of fall back into yourself, basically. The supportive energy for this reading, the Seven of Cups, options, choices are here. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it. Again, that sense of movement, that sense of, it's up to me to make a choice, it's up to me to do something, to stand up for myself and do something here, and change something if I want for things to be changed. In your hopes and fears, intuition, hoping that you'll follow yourself, your intuition, your gut. In the potential outcome, you will. There's this self-nurture kind of aspect that comes into play. It's interesting how it shows up like a spike of fear almost coming in and then dropping. Let's see, let's clarify. Let me clarify the Seven of Wands. The Devil, the Nine of Pentacles, the World. The way you were doing it, the way you were standing up for yourself, not the most healthy way by the looks of it, but you're done with doing that, whatever way that was. It could have been that maybe you were coming from a place of anger, of listen to me, I need to be heard. No, you don't. If you're clear about something and you're standing in your truth, you will be heard without, you know, getting angry at things. Whoever's kind of in that place of anger when they stand up for themselves, they're actually coming from a place of pain within themselves. You don't have to be angry when you're in your truth. That's not actual truth. That's anger piled up from a place of pain. So maybe you were in that place because it feels like you're recognizing that it wasn't beneficial. It wasn't helping you out. It wasn't contributing to your sense of independence, stability, all of that. And I feel like that cycle has ended. I don't even, let's do the Ace of Cups in here. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. You're releasing something. I feel like you've held on to something for quite some time. Maybe the idea of things working out in a particular situation, and you're like, I'm done. Because you were coming at it with a sense of stubbornness. I'm never letting this go kind of thing. And even though it's painful, I see you releasing it. And that starts to shift things for you. That starts to change things. The way you feel things, the way you perceive things, the way you look at things. It's one of those things of when you hold on to something so much out of fear, usually, it kind of limits you. And you don't see it when you're there and hanging on to it. But you think no, I'm not giving this up. What do you mean it limits me? Look at me being brave and not giving this up. Well, okay, but what are you hanging on to really? Because it didn't seem to be something plausible, or it was just an idea of something, basically, by the looks of it. So hanging on to that takes you away from moving on and, working with other energies that are actually beneficial to you. But we do it out of fear, and we don't realize that we're doing that, and then we're saying, no, we're brave, actually. No, we're scared, actually, So the minute you release this idea of happiness in a particular direction, things start shifting pretty fast here. For the Three of Swords, you get the Fool, the Hierophant, the Four of Swords. Kind of putting yourself down a little bit here by the looks of it, for taking a chance, for believing in something that actually hurt you. Again, maybe not the best approach, because even if it did hurt you, it also was supposed to teach you a lot of things. So why hang on only to the hurt part, but not to the end result part, of what it did? Because I see you coming at this from a very pure, very honest, very open kind of energy, and then getting hurt. And you're focusing more on, God, I was an idiot part, than on, let me see what I've learned from this. And let me see what I still have to learn from this. Let's do the Tower in your strength. Seven of Wands, Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Well, in this case, the Seven of Wands comes in as a rejection to allowing all of these energies to crumble, to fall, because you feel like you're going to fall with them. And it feels like you've been carrying them forever. The energy of hanging on to hope, the energy of hanging on to pain even, because if you release that, then you release this whole energy that you were hanging on to. So why would you? You're better off being hurt by it, by hanging on to it, than releasing it, right? And it just wasn't bringing you anything stable, anything good, anything worthwhile. Yes, it did bring you lessons if you stopped and learned them. If not, you can still learn them, those lessons. But I feel like that Tower is finally ready to drop. You're releasing something big time, which brings change. It brings a shift in your energies, in your environment. And I feel like it's happening pretty fast here. For the Chariot, you get the Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords. Even from a logical perspective, you still have the tendency to go back to this that you were hanging on to, because it's something you've been putting in energy, putting in work, putting in time, putting in whatever. Even if the end result wasn't that pleasant, even if it was hurting you, it's something you've invested in. So it makes sense that you kind of go back to it, right? Sometimes. But I see you dropping a little bit in that energy of going back. Because you're also showing up with the Five of Swords here, where you can say that to yourself as many times as you want. It still won't make it true and healthy for you. going back, because why? Because you worked on something? Okay, but if that something turns out to be unhealthy and not good for you, why would you go back to it? You know. Let's do the Seven of Cups. That doesn't mean you failed at anything. That doesn't mean it just turned out that way. It's not a failure. It's not a mistake. It's not that you did anything wrong in there. It just turned out as, this is not for me. Seven of Cups in the supportive energies. The Justice card, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Cups. Just as you're about to get ready to move on here, and as you are moving on actually, there's an energy that's coming back from your past. Almost interfering, almost like, oh, Cancer's moving on. Oh, no, we can't let that happen. I don't know if the intentions are pure here in this return. It almost feels like it's just because you're stepping into the energy of moving on. And they're like, nope. Not gonna let that happen. I don't know. That's what I'm getting here. It could be pure. I don't know. Let's do the Ace of Wands. In the hidden energies. You still want this. The thing you're moving away from, you're still wanting this. There's a pull, there's something that pulls you towards this. And there's nothing wrong with this, with wanting this. It's interesting that it's showing up in the hidden energies, because I feel like even though you're showing up at a rational level, that you may want to step back at times, but you're showing up as, well, I know that's bullshit, so I'm not going to do it. Even at an emotional level, you're showing up as wanting to go back, but I feel like it's not revealed yet to you that maybe you're being pulled emotionally towards this. And the reason why you're being pulled towards this is not to make this work necessarily, even though that's how you perceive it, is to take a look at things, because there's lessons here to be learned in whatever this experience was to you. So your perception of this is, oh, I'm being pulled back, then let's get it fixed. Let's do something about it. And in the end here, there's a sticking kind of energy of, maybe that's the reason why you're being called back to this. You know? Because the Five of Cups is there, and the Five of Cups carries a lot of lessons. Let's do the High Priestess and the Hopes and Fears. The Strength card, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Intuitively, you know that you're on the path of moving on, moving away from this. But again, I see this energy coming right back at you and being like, oh, where are you going? And then that might actually pull you right back. It's like, oh, they do care. They came after me when they saw me moving away from this, you know, kind of thing. But again, I'm kind of seeing it as, I don't know, you get to decide over this, because I don't want to influence you in any kind of way. I'm just telling you how the energies appear. And I see they're coming in from that place of wanting to stop you just because you're moving on. It takes a lot of strength to align with what's going on inside of you, and what's going on inside of you is pulling you away from this into a new direction to search for love. And kind of looks like over time you will be aligning with what's going on inside of you, with your intuition. Let's do the Queen of Pentacles in the potential outcome. Three of Swords, the Judgment card, the Ace of Wands. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of things to work on. There's a lot of things to look at. There's a lot of pain to go through in terms of past pain, in terms of past experience here that needs to be healed, that needs to be looked at. And I feel like you're going straight in that direction, and you're willingly going there. And you do want to work on it by the looks of it. So. Okay. Let's see what the universe has. Queen of Cups, Five of Wands, Page of Cups. You're kind of struggling. You're kind of struggling with yourself here, with your own emotions about this, because you don't understand how there could be love here and things aren't working out, or there's conflict on the surface. Because something's not aligning. Someone's not aligning with how they feel, and I feel like it's the both of you. You know, as much as you say, no, I love them, and I know I love them, and it's true, and that's my truth. What do you have around that truth? Do you have fear that you're going to lose this? Are you honest about that fear? Do you know that that fear even exists? Other energies. It's not the thing that you love, and I tell them, and maybe they're not honest about it. You know, one of you needs to be showing up as fully honest about this. And then if this energy keeps bumping heads, these energies keep bumping heads with one another, then someone is not honest. I'm not saying that when both of you are honest, this is going to be the love of each other's lives kind of thing. But I'm saying you'll at least know how to deal with this, and they'll know. Until then, and it seems like it's more of your inner conflict around, I don't get it. How can I love them and things turn up so bleh? Because sometimes it happens, and again, probably from the fact that maybe neither of you are honest about this, but I feel like it's dimming down a little, this energy of conflict, inner conflict, which is telling me that you're starting to get a deeper understanding over why, yes, there's love, but on the surface, things are not love necessarily. Let's close it off with Alice the Wonderland Oracle, where I'll pull a card and then I'll read a little bit, just a little message from the book. A moment's regret, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Interesting. All right. And you get, I'm trying not to put the light thing on. Okay. Second guessing your decisions, berating yourself for the choices you have made. Feeling regretful and missing what was. Nostalgia, living in the past. A focus on what is going wrong or what could still go wrong. The past. That showed up in the hidden energies for you. So it feels like a pull towards this, emotional pull towards this, because maybe there is nostalgia. Maybe there is missing. I don't know. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.